Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is a very exciting unboxing video and something which I honestly wasn't anticipating. It wasn't something I planned to do, but times have changed, deals have come out, and I've gone for it and I've bit the bullet on this one. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am. It's just a brown box. The much sought after Nintendo Switch OLED, guys. So this is the official unboxing video. What I will do is just show you around the box, show you what's inside the box, I'll show you what games I've got with it, and also talk to you about the specs, how it turns on, how it sounds, what the screen looks like. And just as a bit of a disclaimer, I don't own a Switch personally, but my partner has a original grey Nintendo Switch and my son has a Switch Lite, so I've had some experience with Nintendo Switch consoles, but this is my first official console for myself on the channel. Can you tell I'm happy? Sort of obviously goes without saying, but I'm a massive Nintendo fan. I've grew up with the likes of Mario, and I played games like Animaniacs, which is on the SNES. Donkey Kong was on there as well, and those are the type of games that I'm going to be doing on this one, guys. I will also talk to you about the games that I've bought, what game came with it, and just talk to you about how it feels and how it plays. And if you guys want to see some footage on some of the games that I'm playing, whether that's in live streams or just highlight videos, just let me know in the comments. So let's get to it. Let's have a little tour around the box. So this is the front, guys. Hopefully the camera won't go too much out of focus and go crazy. Side profile for the gram, and on the back you've got essentially 3 modes for this beauty. So you've got tabletop mode, does what it says on the tin. You've got a nice little stand at the back of the console which props up on the table, kind of like a Kindle, and you've got your Joy-Cons which come off the side and you can play it whilst the game is on your table. Second mode is TV mode. So this is, again, as it says on the tin, it's very straightforward. This will be where your console is linked into your TV, I would imagine through the docking system via a HDMI cable, and you'd be able to play your game in full 4K or 1080p quality. Now I don't know if this pushes out 4K, I don't think it does. I think the resolution on the OLED model is the same as the original Switch models, so there's no upgrade in terms of the video quality, but there is a big upgrade on the screen which we'll talk about in a second. Third and final mode is handheld mode. This is probably the most popular mode that people play Switch consoles in, and that is like that, handheld mode. So it's the preferred form of playing the Switch, but what I really like about not just this model but all Switch models is that you've got an option to do all 3. The only option you don't have for the stand version, so the tabletop mode, you're not able to do that on the Switch Lite models, and the reason for that is because they're designed to be played purely as handheld games, so they're ideal for younger kids, like my son for example. He's coming up to 7 now, and it's ideal for him to just be able to just pick up the Switch and play it in handheld mode. He's got no interest in playing it on the TV, doesn't care about that. He's got no interest in doing it in the tabletop mode either, so it's ideal for him. But for the original Switch models and the OLED, which is what we're unboxing today, you do have the tabletop mode if you want to. I think it's good if you can take your Switch along to parties, for example. You could just whip the bloody thing out, whack it on the table, and just play some games on it. You've got games like Monopoly on there, you've got some Trivia Pursuit games, you've got some quiz games, you've got games where you've got like CSI where you can solve mysteries and stuff like that. So it's good for that party vibe. And then you've got the classics like Mario Kart as well, so you can just dive in and play along with your friends. So let's get to the meat and veg of it, guys. Let's open this damn beast, and then pop goes the weasel. So it just basically talks to you about a mains power cable. You just plug it in and charge the damn thing, which is pretty straightforward. Here we go. First spec, have a look. How lucky do you guys feel? I feel bloody privileged to open this damn thing. Left side of the Joy-Cons. This reminds me of that time when we did the PS5 unboxing video. I've just got that overwhelming feeling that it's Christmas, and it's not actually Christmas. I know we're coming up to Christmas now, but you know what I mean? You just got that, I just love it, that nostalgia when you get something new, something fresh and tasty. By the way, guys, if you want to check out the PS5 unboxing video, we're going back a year now, but it still plays amazingly. It still plays just as good as I had expected it to. I've not had any crashes, and I've not had any issues with drifting on the Joy-Cons or anything like that. Had a slight issue a few months back, but I just cleaned the joystick out and it was fine. So if you guys want to check out the PS5 unboxing video, I was very lucky to get one on launch day, way back in November last year. If you did miss that and you want to go and check out the specs, we do an unboxing, we look at the DualSense controllers, the camera, and we talk through the system UI and have a little tour of the menu and stuff like that. And you also witness an official turn on of both me and the console, because it happened at the same time. So go and check that one out, guys. The link to that is in the description of this video. And that is your right side Joy-Con. So for now, so I don't break anything, I'm just going to put those over there. Could be the dock system, I ain't got a clue. All the Switch owners right now are saying, what a dick, what is he doing? I think this is the screen, guys. I'm just going to prise it out of the bag. Very nice screen. Yeah, it's the screen. So there you go. See my mug in the reflection. So the Joy-Cons slide onto the side. I'll be doing that in a second. But just first impressions, the screen is pretty big. Pretty damn big. I think it's about 4 or 5 inches across, slightly bigger than the original Switch model. And obviously it's going to be even more so bigger than the Switch Lite models because they are more condensed. They're better for smaller hands and for kids, obviously. But they're just more compact, easy to travel around with and all that kind of stuff. Whereas this, straight away you can tell, is a bigger screen, which I'm going to enjoy because I like big screens, I like funky screens, and I like screens that are just tense and pretty to look at. So I went full shebang on this one. Also, it's an OLED screen, which means that you're going to benefit from an extra particular backlight on the screen. So as I said, it's not going to change in terms of pixels. The picture quality itself is no different than the original Switch or the Switch Lite, but it does have an OLED lit screen, which means the colors are going to pop a little bit better, especially your blacks and your grays. You're going to see a big variance between how this looks and how it looks on a different Switch. So that's the screen. We're going to move into unnecessary cardboard, throw that to the side. You've also got, I think this is the docking system. So here we go. We are going to unravel the docking system. It is, and it also comes in white, which I for some reason didn't anticipate it to be. The original docking system for the Switch is sort of black, grey, but this one is white, which matches the Switch itself. Got the USB connections there on the side. Hopefully the camera doesn't freak out with focus on that one. But I like it. So basically this is how you charge your Switch, and this is also how you play it on your TV. So you just slide the Switch in there, connected it to USB. So that's a charging point and also your means to play it in TV mode. You can also charge it separately, guys, with a controller, a lead. So there's your HDMI lead, comes in the bag. That is for your TV mode. So if you want to play it on your big screen, and there's your power cable. So that's also a means to charge it on the go. You don't have to have the docking system to charge it. You can take a power cable with you, plug it into any socket, and it will charge it. Or you could dock it in the dock, sitting on the dock of the bay. You can plug it into that one. That will also charge it, but that is also your means to doing it in TV mode. Aside from that, don't know what this is. Does anyone know what that is? I think that's a control piece. Got your Joy-Con adapters there on the side. Pretty snazzy bit of tech. And you've also got, I think these are additional side pieces for your Joy-Cons. And also these can be used as when you're doing like throwing games, or you've got bowling or golf or something like that, and you want to flick stuff off. This is the additional Joy-Con pieces. So that is the unboxing done, ladies and gents. So let's talk about the games that it came with. This is a game I've had my eye on for a very long time, and I was torn between which of these to get. I'm a massive fan of this series, if you don't know. but it's Pokemon. I absolutely love Pokemon. Grew up with Pokemon in the 90s. I had the cards, I had the Pokemon balls, I had the collectible figurines, I had the t-shirt, the hat, you name it. I was Pokemon absolutely mad, same as my sister. We grew up on Game Boys, Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy 3DS, Nintendo 3DS. It went on and on and on and on. Played most of the Pokemon games, so I had to get a Pokemon game. It goes without saying, but I had to get one. I'm probably going to pick up the additional Pokeball accessory, but don't worry, I'm not going to go outside and start pretending that I'm catching Charmanders and Pikachus. But that is an optional accessory you can get. But cut a long story short, I picked a Pokemon game, and it's probably going to be the first game I'm going to give a little test run on the Switch because it's my personal favourite series, and I went with Let's Go Pikachu. So the reason why I went with this one, guys, is ultimately I got some very, very sound advice from a friend of mine who has a Switch and also is a massive fan of Pokemon, massive fan of all things RPG, fantasy, same as me. So I absolutely rely on his information, and I just said to him, what is the best Pokemon game on Switch? There's so many. You've got like Brilliant Diamond, you've got Sword and Shield, you've got Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. There's just loads, and I didn't know which one to pick. I didn't know really what to go for. And the recommendation for this one was because I'm more of a first generation Pokemon fan, so I like the original 150 Pokemon, 151 if you're counting Mew and Mewtwo. But I went with this one only because this is the first generation Pokemon, so you don't get the likes of Totodile or Chikorita or anything like that in this one. This is your original 151 Pokemon, which I'm super excited about, and it's really going to be a big nostalgia trip for me, so that's the main reason I went for this one. Also, you can play this in 2-player. You've also got the Pokeball accessory that you can use. Team Rocket is also in it, so you've got Jesse, James and Meowth in there. There's a story. It's very similar to the original, but has a lot more up-to-date graphics, diverse gameplay and stuff like that. You can also play it on the TV. You can also play it in handheld mode, tabletop mode. It's just so many perks, and if you're a massive, massive Generation 1 Pokemon fan like myself, go for Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. The difference with the two games apparently is the type of Pokemon that you will encounter, similar to the Fire and Red versions on the Game Boy. So the Pokemon you will see in that one are not going to be the same as the one in Let's Go Eevee. It basically goes back to its roots, and as they split, like the Silver and Gold editions, Blue and Red, you had Fire Red, Water Blue, all that kind of stuff. As it's gone through the generations, that's what they've did with the games, is they split and put the Pokemon into each game. So it kind of forces you a little bit to buy the other game, but just gives you a little bit more of a fresh feel to each game if you decide to go back and buy the other one at a later time. Game number 2, Animal Crossing. And yes, this has got some very, very positive press, and I've seen lots of stuff, gameplay and mechanics on this one, mainly because my son plays it, my girlfriend plays it as well, she's obsessed with it. But it's all about building your farm, it's all about, it's almost like a simulation game really. So you go out and farm, you can collect things, you build your house, you go out and do little mini missions. I did actually play this one on the mobile a few years back. I got stupidly addicted to it and I had to delete it because it was ruining my life. not to that level, but it's really addictive, and it's one of the most highly recommended games to get for the Switch. So it came with the Switch itself, it was part of the bundle that I bought, so we're going to be having some fun with this one, guys. And the third and final piece, this actually came separately to the bundle, but I had to buy myself a little pouch, a little wallet, a little holder, a little case. It actually comes with a screen protector as well, and this is the official Nintendo branded case. You can get some weird and wonderful ones on the likes of Amazon, eBay. Spock do some good ones as well. People are starting to do custom ones of these that have all sorts of amazing images on it, such as Geralt from The Witcher, and I've seen some Animal Crossing ones, I've seen some ones that are just pure red, pure blue. Some of them had like Mario on. I saw a green one that was pure green, obviously, and it had Luigi's face portrait in the bottom right of the case. So people are making custom ones of these out there at the moment. Just be careful though that you don't buy one that doesn't fit the OLED model, because they're out there. All the cases obviously that are out will fit the original Switch model, and there are some cases that are specifically made for the Switch Lite. Remember that the Lite is smaller. But there's very few OLED cases going around at the moment, so my recommendation, if you want to stay safe and you want to play it safe, is just get the official branded Nintendo Switch one. It's got a nice white ring along the outside as well, and you've got a screen protector that's free in there as well that you could just layer over the top of the screen, just to prevent dust, scratches and all that kind of stuff as well, which I do recommend that you do. So as I said, that came separately, guys, but it was only £10, so I think you're doing yourself a favour just protecting your games console a little bit. So that is the unboxing done, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I cannot wait to get my hands on it and start playing it. I've also got some other games in my library that I've already downloaded, the likes of Hollow, Final Fantasy VII the original, Final Fantasy IX the original, The Witcher 3, and I've also downloaded Broken Sword 5 The Serpent's Curse, so I cannot wait to start playing some of these games. If you guys want to see some of that action, just let me know in the comments. I'll either put together some highlight videos for you, might even do some live streams. We'll just plug it into the software and we'll just get some streams going on some of the Switch gameplay that I'm doing. Just let me know if you're interested in seeing that on the channel. Moving on to the final part of this unboxing video now, guys, is the big Switch on. I'm going to show you guys the screen, have a quick look through the UI, just to see how it feels and give my honest first impressions on it. If you also want to see a review on this later, guys, and just get a feel for what it feels like once I've had a go on it a few times, once I've got some gameplay in, and how that looks and sounds, just let me know in the comments. This is the big reveal. Just want to say how satisfying these feel to actually slide on the side of the console. Sounds ridiculous, but it's just satisfying. It also feels very light, guys. I expected it to be quite heavy, but it's not. The Joy-Con analog sticks feel okay. I'm used to the PS5 ones, so I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to that. Buttons feel very, very small, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. It just feels nice in the hand. It feels nice to hold. It feels nice and comfortable, and I'm sure I'll get used to the layout of the buttons in no time. But here we go. The official turn on of the Switch. Oh damn. This is probably the most exciting part for me, is the actual turn on. Oh damn. And we're going to skip through and do all that rubbish, and then we'll be right back. As if by magic, ladies and gents, we are back. We've done the Wi-Fi password, put all the usual stuff in, and it's just given us a helpful little guide now on how to detach the Joy-Con controllers, which I can show you. It's these buttons here at the top. Just press them in and they slide off. So there we go, guys. It tells you how to play with the Joy-Con controllers. Use the console with the Joy-Con controllers attached or detached. Choose the style you prefer, then continue. So basically, you can go to handheld mode, tabletop mode, or rear stand to prop up the console. And the stand, if you want to have a quick look, guys, is just here. So you literally just put your finger in there, he says, and it pulls out like that. Okay, so you could just adjust the angle. You can have it propped up, tilted, or you can have it pretty much fully facing, fully erect, or you can just tinker with it as you want. A user will be added to the console. Hell yeah. So I'm just going to input all my information, guys, and then show you quickly the UI and some of the settings that you have. Ladies and gents, setup is all complete, account's all in. Press the home button. To play a game, you can insert a game card or download software from the shop. So that is basically it. Let's have a quick look at the system settings. So you've got flight mode there. Screen brightness is adjustable. Got screen lock, parental controls for all the kiddies. Data management. There is Mr. Jane Ocean. You're going to attach amiibos, which is the stuff you probably see in Asda, the little packs, the little figurines, battles that you can do. You can select your theme, notification, sleep mode. The possibilities are endless. You can actually adjust the TV resolution, match TV power state, which is pretty cool, and you can adjust the sound as well. You can have surround sound on this, and you can actually plug in headphones as well. So what I'm going to be doing is playing my games with a 3D audio headset on. Hell yes. So there you go, guys. So there we have it, ladies and gents. That is the official Nintendo Switch OLED model unboxing video done. I've got my screen protector, I've got my case, I've got more than enough games. I'm going to be playing around with this in TV mode, handheld mode and tabletop mode. If you guys want to see a further review on the overall Switch model, i.e. how the games play, how it feels in all the different modes, how I've been getting on with it, and just my initial hands-on thoughts and opinions in the first sort of week or two, let me know in the comments, guys, and I will drop you a separate video on that. Also, let me know in the comments if you want to see any live streams, any gameplay footage, any walkthroughs, or anything at all related to the Nintendo Switch OLED. It might be something that we start doing for the channel. If there is enough support for it, let me know, and I'll start putting together some content for you. So there we have it, ladies and gents, that's the unboxing video done in the bag. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any further reviews or opinions on the Switch once I've given it some time and had a little play with it. I'm going to be practicing with the tabletop mode, TV mode and handheld modes, so let me know if you want any opinions or any reviews on that once I've got some solid timing on it. And if you want to see any future content from the OLED model, whether it's the live streams, any videos or content on the gameplay, any reviews or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourselves, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.